Welcome to DRX, and this is going to be our comprehensive beacon prep video. So what you'll want to do here first and foremost is you'll want to get yourself or at least acclimated with the list of affected relevant medications, right? And if you need this list, we can go ahead and provide that to you. We should have it in a document, but it may or may not be comprehensive, so kind of use this as a guide. Now, the first thing we'll want to do in DRX is we'll want to tag each of these items as somehow letting us know that this is part of that rebate model. And the best way to do this is to go to, well, let's do it on one item first, and then I'll show you how to do it in bulk. So we can go ahead and pull up Jardiance, for instance. And we're just pulling up one item of Jardiance, and here in the tags, we can go ahead and put in something like RM for rebate model, and that could be a reasonable tag. And you'll see I didn't have a tag, so I click on Add New, and then the tag appears in my search here. So I can go ahead and add that. Now, I don't want to have to go and add that tag individually for all of these items. So the easier way to do this in DRX is instead of adding it on an item-by-item basis is to go to item find. And remember, we've only got 10, really 9 medications to focus on here at the start. What we can do is go to the item name here in item find. We can search for Jardiance. This is going to bring up any items with Jardiance in the name. So it doesn't matter the strength, right? It brings up all of our Jardiances. We'll hit view report. Now, again, I could click into each item and I could add the tag on an item-by-item basis. But even easier than that, we can go to actions here. We can go to or add item tag here in actions. So actions, add item tag. And then we can go ahead and add our brand new tag to all of these items at once. So this will save you some clicks, just being able to add those tags in bulk. Now, we'll do the same here for, I'm going to do one for Eliquis because I know we use Eliquis here in this demo environment. So again, we're just going to items, find. We see here's our Eliquis. And we will add item tag. And that tag will be the tag that we've kind of established as our standard tag for all of the items impacted by this. Now, as the years go on, and more medications are added to this list, you would simply add them the same way. So this establishes our list of relevant impacted medications. Next is going to come reporting. Now, when it comes time to run that report, you'll go to prescription find. And likely you'll pick a set of sold dates. You might say this week, so 22nd until 26th. By the way, if you leave your to blank, that means from your from date until exactly right now. Now, I'm here in a demo environment, so we're going to stretch this date much further than you normally would. And then we're going to go to our item tags here. And again, let's go ahead and use our new tag here. So I'm plugging in RM as the tag that we want to search for. Of course, could I have listed out all of these NDCs here in this filter by specific, or NDCs here in the NDC filter? I could have, but that would be a pain, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and hit search. And we'll see we get 9 results here. We'll go ahead and hit view report. And these would be the prescriptions impacted. Now, you'll notice that the columns here by default are not the ones relevant to Beacon, so we're going to go ahead and change that. If you don't have a preset loaded, well, we can go to edit columns. You can deselect all, and you can pick those relevant columns that Beacon will need. But we've actually gone ahead and a preset exists. Now, what is a preset? A preset is something we can click on that'll automatically populate the relevant fields, the relevant columns here. And you'll see it might look something like this. If you don't have that preset, feel free to reach out to DRX support. If you were given that preset, you can go ahead and hit this upload button here and choose that file. That file is just a .json file. It's going to look something like this, 340B rebate report. Or you can just go ahead and click on it to upload that file here to DRX. And then you can, of course, choose that file from the drop-down menu here. Now, something relevant to note, and we're going to go ahead and find this original report here. And you can see we've done this a few times here. Let's see if I can find the one that I didn't fix, and that's okay. When you first upload your preset, you'll see this will not say, well, this will say pharmacy ID, right? And your pharmacy ID might be 101, for instance. We're going to need to replace your pharmacy ID with your 340B ID. So what I'm doing here is I'm clicking this hamburger icon next to the column. We need to rename this column, so the alias will be 340B ID. And then the static data here, we can set what relevant number is in here. So likely you've just run this and your pharmacy ID is like 101, 102, etc. Instead, replace that with your actual 340B ID and hit set. And you'll see that that goes ahead and saves your 340B ID here. The last step is you're not going to use that preset that you've uploaded. You're instead going to save this now that it's customized for you as your own preset. We'll hit save preset. We'll give it a name, My Store Beacon Report. Something along those lines will be fine. And we'll save it. And now I could go ahead and choose the My Store Beacon Report. That is if I can find it here on my list. And get the relevant results I needed. Now, when it comes time to actually use this report, you'll go ahead and hit Export CSV. And you'll see we get that file here. This file you can just go ahead and drag and drop. When it then comes time to run this report in the future, again, you would just pick your relevant time frame, pick your item tags, hit search, view those results, pick your relevant preset that you set up, right? That has all of those columns, exactly how Beacon likes them. And then export a CSV will get you your file to drag and drop. And you can run this on whatever time frame that you like. Something else you could do from your report jobs is you can actually automate this report. You can set a cadence as to how often this report's going to run, right? Daily, weekly, etc. How far back is this report going to look? Well, if we're doing it daily, maybe we look back one day. And destination, you can send it via email to a relevant email address, or more secure, you can use SFTP. If you use this method, just consult your local IT for setting this up. They'll give you the relevant information here. And then, of course, your preset. This is going to be the most important piece, right? This is where you can plug in that preset that you just built. So I built this one earlier called Beacon Report. That's what I would use. And we could go ahead and hit save here. And that would run automatically. And you'll see that this report here, we've got established to run on a daily basis. And that runs itself for us.